It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Dugan. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dugan. Back to Brown, this time complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake, Dugan. Flushed out right. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
57, Mike, 57. Pick it up, guys, pick it up. 57, Mike, 57.
To throw on 2nd down, Dugan. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, watch the ball, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Looking to throw, Dugan. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd and 8. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Yeah, that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Now a play fake. Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On 3rd down, Cole. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Second and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Lance looking to throw it. That is caught by Anderson. And some room to work. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
1st and goal from the 3. Sermon. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
3rd and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more. Lance going to throw. Rolling to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try and run for it. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
1st and 10 at the 40.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 right at the 40. Off play action. Dugan. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You'll get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Cole. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he goes out right around the 39.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Anderson on the jet sweep. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. He's brought down by Terrell Burgess.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd and 9. Here's Lance to throw it. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Lance now to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dugan. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
To throw on 3rd down. Dugan. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, Dugan. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Working with his 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. On play action, Lance escapes the sack. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. It's complete to Williams. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, And then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Lance now on first down. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be out of bounds.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a first and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
From the gun, it's Lance. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied here in the second quarter.
Greg Zerline set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And all the way down to the 26. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Akers. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were two things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Shotgun now for Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Looking deep downfield. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, LA! We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now a 2nd down and 6. Play action. Now it's Lance. Escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 2nd and 12, Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Lance. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
To throw on second down. Dugan. Throw left side, complete to Cup. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, LA. Now, this is really where Cooper Kupp separates himself from some of the other receivers, his ability to make plays happen after the catch.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing now is Lance. They'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Lance. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Lance. That'll be caught by Anderson. Touchdown, 49ers. Robbie Anderson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
2nd and 4. On the give, this is Akers. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
From the gun on 3rd down. Dugan. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A quick pass to Cup. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll go again here with Akers. Akers has got the 1st down and then some. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Lance looking to throw it. Connects with Cole again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Lance going to throw. This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run on 1st down. Akers. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes, so they will hold on to the football indeed. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Right there, 54, right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Now Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown. Brandon Ayuk. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Zerline connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40. The 20. He will score. Touchdown. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Lance now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18, and they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Lance to throw it. Open out of the left side. This is Cole. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 3rd and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Looking to throw. Lance. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit at that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up big...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 47, and he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw a 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And they will take a knee here. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they'll indeed take a knee. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. And they take a knee. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Los Angeles, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.